Welcome to episode 9 of Box Turtle Bites. I'm Jason. He's TJ. TJ, what are we doing tonight?
A little bit of everything. So we're going to do some CDK construct to load a knowledge base in AWS. And then we're going to show a couple of ways that you can use that knowledge base using streaming lambdas to get back responses.
If we have time, maybe get in a little bit of guardrails as well.
Oh, yep, and guardrails.
I think one of the things, so if you watched last time, which not many of you did, but it's okay because we didn't really promote it very well either. We ran into some issues trying to do some of this stuff, and we were trying to hook up knowledge bases to agents, which is kind of the default structure, but this time we wanted to do it without it. So, can we use a knowledge base without getting an agent in the middle of it? The short answer of it is yes, but we want to see what that would look like. So we're going to play with that a little bit today. So DJ's been kind of working ahead a little bit here. He's got a little bit of code to do some streaming responses. So this is going to be hooked up to basically a Lambda function URL that will stream response data back. And what are we taking as the payload here? Is it just the body of it's going to get?
Yeah, it's just
in?
a body.
Okay.
The function URLs, so in this case, it's actually a little bit more interesting. They don't have the type actually defined just quite yet because these are so new. So you have to write your own index DTS to kind of like fill it in for the Lambda library. But the event itself is an API gateway proxy event, V2. Is that truly what it is? Not entirely sure, but it works.
I'm pretty sure it is because it works that way for function URLs in general, regardless of the streaming. So I think that's what they just defaulted to on the new ones.
Yep. And so that works for what we have. And basically the event itself is the call. And then you basically have access to the response stream and then the context that you're typically used to seeing.
Cool. And then we got a little bit of CDK code that we've mocked up, and this is some of the stuff we did 2 weeks ago, but kind of cleaned up a little bit, and we got this hopefully working. So we're gonna get this deployed. We took some of the same data that we had in there last time, so we're gonna go kind of pull in some new data. So we've got a knowledge base that's being built here. What was interesting about this knowledge base? I'm trying to remember. So the knowledge base itself, it's a vector knowledge base. So it's going to use a vector model like OpenSearch. Does it use OpenSearch automatically the way we've got this configured?
We should have. Oh, it's right. Because it's a vector
knowledge. Yep. Okay.
Knowledge base, and it defaults to OpenSearch serverless. And so we could have configured it differently, but for our use case, that's what we're going to go with.
Yeah. Interestingly, they just announced that you can use their regular OpenSearch, not the serverless version, for vector knowledge bases, which opens up some possibilities. I know, serverless is kind of a sticky word for those of us in the serverless community. Most people don't consider OpenSearch serverless actually to be serverless, but because it's minimum $200 a month to run it. But having the ability to run some of the other ones means that you can at least get some free tier options. So.
And then we're not going to use that because I'll just target it.
Yeah,
but we will need some new
policy
statements.
I just give it admin. It's fine. What could go wrong?
Give it the old
star invoke model. There we go.
Oh, I'm gonna get worse.
Oh, you're just gonna go Bedrock star. Yeah, anything in Bedrock, it doesn't matter.
All models.
I mean, honestly, we might need that to be able to access the knowledge bases and stuff anyway. So
yeah, I'm not entirely
note to people watching this: don't do this at home. Okay.
Yes.
This is not the way we would normally do it. As a matter of fact, we pretty heavily use CDK nag to make sure that we at least try to keep our policies relatively scoped.
Yes, absolutely. I wonder, does knowledge base have? Yeah, that we're gonna need that.
Yep. There you go.
query function.
I'll be interested to see what that comes up with. It might actually end up being.
Okay, those are the only ones. So that'll be interesting to see what that policy adds.
Always like to see what it does.
Does that have everything we need? We've got our handler, which is handler.
Yep.
We've got the right file path. We've got a policy that allows us to call Bedrock. We've created our alias for our version function, and then we've added a function URL that uses the new invoke mode of response stream.
Yep. I think that's right. Let's try it.
Okay. We don't have an app. I just have a construct.
That would be a problem. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll copy it from one of the other ones.
Do we have one?
Episode 3 or 4. One of them did. Not that one. There we go. Looking live there. No. Okay. Apparently I was wrong. One of them just has it. If not, you know what? I think I have one. Because I have
none of the checked in ones.
I have last week's. Let me pull up.
Oh, good.
Pull that up.
Here, I'll drop you a new file. CDK app.ts.
Okay, you got it in there already. So yeah, I'm just oops. CDK app. Except we'll call this episode 9. Oh, oops. I can't.
I think we call it like Bedrocks there.
Okay. I was gonna say I didn't look to see what it was. There we go.
All right, so we'll do npx cdk deploy file turtle.
You might need to do, well, you only have one thing. I was going to say you might do all, but you shouldn't need to. Oh, maybe not. Oh, but we need to, yeah, there's some more stuff missing. Let me grab this from the other place. This is what happens when you don't use the CDK init.
Oh yeah, no CDK JSON.
Yeah. All right, and this is called, what did you call that file? CDK app. All right, let's see if that works.
What?
I probably put it in the, it's probably just, it was in the live.
Oh, I can't see lib, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Try that. I just took lib off of it. It was bin that you couldn't see. Lib was okay.
Oh yeah, Ben's the one that.
But I took it off.
Oh, we got an error.
Oops.
Something with the CDK labs. What's missing? Cannot connect to the Docker daemon.
Oh.
We don't have ES build.
Yep, ES build.
Easy enough fix. So, fun fact: if you try and create a function, and you don't have ES build,
yeah, this is actually specific to the Node.js function construct that we're using. It will try to do the build inside of Docker by default.
Actually, it's trying to do the open search stuff through Docker.
Well, that's
fine. I will turn on my Docker.
That's interesting. I've never run into that before.
Well, this is that lab stuff, so.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Yep. Not mainstream.
Not main. You can find a Docker daemon now. Oh my gosh, of course.
Yeah, it's got to download everything.
Well, good thing I've got 8 gigabyte internet. Otherwise, this would be a very awkward podcast.
Yeah. I actually need to upgrade mine. I'm still on a lowly 1 gig over here.
Well, it made more sense when I worked in streaming.
Sure, but I mean, it sure is not. What is you can get now? Like 20 gig out here, something like that?
Have they released the 20?
I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
Well, for my wife's sake, I hope not. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, we're both like, let's see what we can get. Google Fiber Kansas City. Go away. No, just up to 8. I could have sworn I saw something. I'm pretty sure that
they've been advertising 20.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they. Yeah.
I don't know that they've. I have a feeling they're gonna. Oh, look at all these roles. Hey, let's remember to delete this open search. Wow. This is actually pretty cool. Like, if this truly does load it from an S3, like,
yeah,
makes you wonder. I wonder what other data sources.
Yeah, you can load that easily.
Yeah, like that you can just like quickly load up.
I'm going to see what is happening here. So open cloud formation real quick. I like to kind of
look at that
and see what's creating.
SharePoint data source.
You
do it in the CDK. That's badass.
Yeah, that is. So the interesting thing about that's cool. And actually, the way we're doing it, I guess we just have our cloud formation, the company template where we do it dynamically. So we're creating a knowledge base. What is it doing? Create a role, creating KB vectors.
Yeah, it's making all the vector collection.
Search. It's doing an open search serverless collection right now. So if I go over to open search, should be able to see that.
Oh, you know what we should have passed into the env of the function? The knowledge base ID.
That wouldn't have been a bad idea.
That would have been a much smarter. Knowledge.
So here it is being created. I wanted to look at the IAM policies that this thing's created. Actually, let me just do it this way.
That's probably star.
Well, it was on the Lambda function that I wanted to see. Query function. Service. Let's see what this looks like. That's just a basic execution role.
Oh, I need to. Would you mind when you're in there grabbing Claude 37's model ID?
I will grab it.
And actually, we just need the profile, the inference profile ID. Can't call the other one.
Oh, actually, it's not there. Model catalog, Anthropic.
Yep, that one.
37's on it.
Yep.
Why did you do that?
No, but that's the model. We need you got to go to the inference profiles.
Yep. Where?
Cross-region inference. It's towards the bottom in their inference and assessment.
Yep. Mm.
I bet you this cloud formation is going to take a hot minute.
Probably. Inference profile ID.
Yeah. If you just throw it in the model ID.
Oh, I guess I can do that directly.
Const.
Do you put it in the handler code? Where'd you put it?
Yeah, in the handler code. There's a line 26.
Let me close this window down because I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yep. There we go.
I wonder how this agent runtime This one's going to be interesting when you do the retrieve command. Model ARN.
So we need,
That's
wonder if I
interesting.
can pass the whole, I can probably give you the whole ARN actually.
No, it's fine because I can just do this.
Okay.
And then, so this is like doing it all in one, but without an agent, which is what I wanted.
Right.
And then this one is doing first retrieving the stuff from the knowledge base and then making a call.
Okay, so you're actually like doing the knowledge base retrieval on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I don't need that or that.
I was looking, so I set up a guardrail just to see what it would take. There is a place inside your config to set that up.
Do you do it in?
No, I didn't do it. I just manually did it. So sorry.
Oh, but do you do it in here?
Yeah, inside the knowledge base configuration. Actually, I think it's in knowledge base configuration.
Oh, it's like you can guardrail the knowledge base?
Or maybe it's inside the retrieval and generation config.
Yeah, I think it should be in.
I went through and looked through the types, and it was not where you might have expected it.
Oh, my Lord. Re-ranking. Wow, they really let you go to town on how you do this. Guardrail configuration, so it's under the generation.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, it finished.
What?
Finished the deploy.
It says it doesn't have a generation configuration.
What?
Oh, maybe it's in here.
Oh, yeah, you're one level up too. Yep. No, it's just mad because you don't have it filled out right. I think.
No, does not exist. I could have sworn I just. It's not. Where the heck is it?
No, I'm looking for it.
Maybe it's in the input. Oh, there we go. Nope. I just saw it.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm just trying to see what its orchestration configuration. No, that's the wrong one. Guardrail generation configuration. It's a sibling to. It's a sibling to retrieval. So it should be right below retrieval. Like you should be able to put it right there.
Yeah, it's in the knowledge base one. Yeah, it should have been fine right here.
Yeah.
Is it generation configuration?
That's what it looked like.
That's so weird.
Oh, wait a second. I think go inside retrieval and configuration.
Huh?
Inside retrieve and generate configuration.
Yeah, I did.
I think that's where it wants to be.
Oh, it's in knowledge base.
So it is in knowledge base.
It's in the knowledge base configuration. In the. Oh my Lord. It should have been right under here. In that knowledge base. Oh, now it's fine.
Yeah. So that's why I was saying I thought it was in a weird spot. Because it's part of the knowledge base, not the. I guess we're doing a retrieval and generation knowledge base thing, but it's still. Oh, let me get the ID. Oops.
Oh, and the version for that matter.
Oops.
Wait,
Here's
what?
the ID, I think.
What is it bitching about?
This version.
Oh, guardrail version.
Is it required? Because
yep,
I don't have a version.
We'll go with one.
I'll create one.
All right. So we made some handler code changes, and we're going to try and hook that guardrail up to it. I'm going to go ahead and redeploy. Which is a lot faster this time because I have the entire Docker image. Oh, really? Version 1? That sucks.
It was actually optional.
It
could be undefined.
I already deployed it, so I'm going to have to deploy it again.
No.
It may fail.
It might.
You didn't save it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right.
I have my settings usually set to every time I leave something it saves, so I don't even think about it. It's one of those little things that you get used to, like your world, and then you go into somebody else's world and it's not the same. All right, so how do we actually call this thing?
We're going to go ahead and you can do the calling. You can use Postman, or
I'm not even sure
you could curl if you really wanted.
I do have Postman. The nice thing about Postman is it has built-in signing for...
Well, actually, you aren't going to be able to call anything. Where's that? Because it defaults to IAM, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is fine. I can do that with Postman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't really... Okay.
Let me put you on the...
Oh, good grief.
Apparently, the version was fine. I guess I'll redeploy it one more time just to be safe while you're setting up. I'll pull my screen off and put you on.
If I can get signed in. Good grief.
Oh, you're sharing just your...
Yeah, I was sharing my browser. I'm gonna...
While you're doing that.
See if I can just get Postman running without sign out. I don't... Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you should be able to
be signed in.
Without signing in.
Oh my gosh. They've made this where it's a pain in the butt. Hopefully I can still do this. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have to do updates on that, so that may be a little while. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't used this machine to run things like Postman. Like I have it. Oh, it's restarted already. Let's see. Don't care. All right, where's the URL? I guess I can find that from Lambda. Episode 9 query function.
It'll be under the alias.
Yeah, it's like function function URL. Copy that. All right. I need to get some credentials here, so I'm not going to share this yet.
Uh-oh. Hold on. I removed it from the stage.
I'm not putting it on there. It'll be in Postman. Yeah. I haven't shared Postman yet. Amazon SIG4. We are in US West 2. Service name. So this is one where the service name needs to be Lambda.
Yep.
And session token. All right.
And then if you want to share your
I'll share that.
Postman.
Stop sharing that. All right. So is it just open text body, or is it in a certain format?
So it should have, it's JSON, and there's two things: query and use knowledge base. Use knowledge base defaults to true, so just ask a question about privacy in the United States, because that's what our knowledge base has. Oh, hold our breath.
Well, I got a save response 200. Okay. Nothing in the content though.
Not yet. Uh-oh. Something probably errored.
This is what I have you actually tried doing this in Postman?
Yep.
Okay.
That's how I wrote the first one.
Okay. I haven't actually tried it at all. So
it does the 200, and normally it just starts filling in everything, but something errored. Something's wrong where I'll go look at the Cloud Watchers.
Yeah, I will move my screen back over to that. Except that I need to get off that screen.
I mean, you hit the function. Oh yeah, 2 validation errors detected. Value version 1.
That makes sense.
Member must have a length that less than or equal to 5.
So that would be because it's actually the word version 1. So why don't you redeploy the...
So wait, what?
Remember you had version 1 in there, and I changed it to version space 1.
So is it just 1?
No, did you already redeploy it with version 1 in there?
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Oh,
It's saying its value is version space 1, and it can't be that.
Well, where is it supposed to come from? Okay, so here, this is where
It's supposed to have a length less than or equal to 5.
Here is my version.
Click on it. Well, what the hell?
So I don't know what it's looking for. Let's do this. Take that off and redeploy it without it.
No guardrail?
No, without the version, because it says that it's optional. It says it...
Well, I don't know if it's going to let me, because I can do a TS ignore, I guess.
It said string or undefined. Just make it say undefined.
Oh. Gotcha.
Let's see what that does. I will share my Postman again. Let me know when it's done. I put a guardrail in here. I put some stuff on the guardrail, so we'll see what it does when I got some things I want to try.
Okay, it's done.
Ready? All right, let's see what it does. Got a 200. Not filling anything in.
It's not doing anything yet.
So probably run into a problem again.
Same error.
Well, version is required. Well, how? So I'm a little frustrated because I don't like it when things are not obvious. Create version. Now it says version 2. Maybe it is just, maybe you just put 2 in there. Maybe
All
it's,
right, give it a shot.
Yeah, because I didn't get to give it that. It just was like version 2.
Can't hurt.
Nope.
The log thing in VS Code.
Oh, yeah.
Leaves something to be desired.
Yeah,
because you can't like see it.
That's been my experience in general with that. So everyone is excited about it. So far, I have not found it very useful. So I've just kind of like avoided it.
Like you gotta like go way over here to see.
Yeah,
it's like put some formatting in
format
there,
it. It's JSON. Like it's JSON because you actually know what type it is. Format it, man. It's not hard.
But it is pretty cool if they would fix that.
Yep.
Okay, try it again.
Here we go. Boom. Still nothing.
Nope.
See if we have a different error.
I can't tell.
Calling get instant inference profile.
Oh, what is it?
Validation exception.
Oh, I bet you my model. What is it saying?
It says, here, let me get that up on the screen real quick.
It's got to be the model ARN. I probably have it incorrect. Ooh, I can't see that.
It says receive validation exception calling get inference profile for ARN Bedrock US West 2 model. You know what? I think that is wrong. Let me look at.
Does it have model ID on it?
This is, yeah, it's inference profile, not model.
I wonder if I can even do that.
How about that? I think you had model in there instead of inference profile in the ARN.
I wonder if it's going to take it though because it's a model ARN.
I think it will. Try it.
Redeploying. Well, the guardrail thing was fixed, so it must just be a number.
Yep. It's interesting that it requires it, even though it's not required when you create one, and they allow it to be used without it.
It does. So it says here the ARN, the foundational model, or the inference profile.
Yeah.
So it does take it. So that's good. I just wasn't sure because this is using that agent runtime and not the one that I've used before. It's deployed, so let's see what our next error is going to be.
Ooh, we got something. I'm unable to assist you with this request. So that means it hit our guardrail because I will share that real quickly.
Tell it couldn't answer?
Not in general. So I'm actually kind of interested to see what this is hitting, because the guardrail isn't really that specific. Oops, that is not what I wanted to share. Fortunately, it wasn't anything sensitive. It was just the same thing that TJ has on his screen. All right. So, guardrail. These are the things I have. Harmful categories turned on. Okay, that's fine. Prompt tags, nothing there. Profanity filter, we didn't do anything there. Block message. These are the messages.
Wait, what was it? What's the block message look like?
This is just the message that I got back, which is, it said, "Sorry, I'm unable to assist you with this request."
So it wasn't this.
That is neither of these. Well, that's interesting. Wonder why. So it didn't hit a guardrail. Let me.
Is there a way to look at, do they have like metrics or anything on that?
On the guardrail itself?
Yeah. Like to see if it got.
Good question. Let's go to CloudWatch and see if there's anything in here. Bedrock. No, it's just model level.
Huh. I wonder if there's anything in the logs.
So one of the things I was doing was there was one thing I was like, don't do, this one here.
Oh, wait.
Contextual grounding.
There's a task timeout
on the actual inference.
I just see it in the Lambda itself, which probably makes sense because I probably did not define anything on the Lambda for timeout.
Oh, yeah, I would have defaulted like 3 seconds or something. Now you got to do like from, oh yeah, you're on the right one, sorry. Duration here.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if that's like a default response when it times out or something.
Yeah, I wonder, that's actually interesting. I wonder if the streaming thing was doing that automatically.
Could have.
Because I don't know where that would have come from. That message is kind of interesting.
I didn't write anything like that either.
Right.
I only wrote query is required if you don't send query. So it's something in this. Yeah. This response stream, when it started to chunk, all it got back was can't help.
Yeah.
Which is kind of disappointing because I really want to see what the citation looks like as well. Because they have two different portions on the output. There's a text and a dot citation, which is interesting.
Yep.
To me. Everyone else is like, you're a nerd. All right. We can hit it again.
All right. Let me present.
It's thinking much longer.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so this, it's connected. I don't know if it will, it should stream in. I could have sworn I remember it streaming in. I think we hit an error or something is taking too long.
Yeah, it's going for 25 seconds already. It's pretty long.
Well, but it is, they can sometimes be long.
Do you see anything in the logs?
I'm looking. It's just started the request, so it's doing something.
No, it's gonna like hold this open as long as the timeout was that he said. We're over a minute already.
Yep.
Seems like something must have gone wrong there. But you're saying you're not seeing anything in the logs, huh?
I mean, I'm hitting load new logs and...
Interesting. Yeah, it only has a start.
Yeah. Well, it's really kind of weird.
Yeah. We probably should add some logging there, just console log
Yeah,
something.
I'm gonna... That's where I'm going next.
Yeah, that thing's going to spin for 10 minutes, so I'm going to, just stop that.
Awesome.
Maybe let's just set this for 2 minutes so it doesn't go crazy on us.
Wrong spot for that. Oh, did I do that wrong?
Figured it out.
Well, I never ended it.
Yep.
That's one problem. I would have thought it would have, I mean, I would have thought that the log would have had something in there for the end request, but maybe not since it's so new. We're never going to hit this.
I already hit what? Oh, that.
So if it's true, we're going to do it that way. And if it's not true, we're going to do it the other way. So when we can try that other way. I'll worry about the logs on that other one later. We got logs now, so when we come in, we should say using knowledge-based retrieval.
Yep.
And then we should see if we get received a streamed response, which this should generate that.
Yep.
Then we'd start to chunk the stream. And then from each chunk, we write the output in text. Which might be wrong. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a little bit different from when you use the converse command.
Yep.
And so, because the converse command comes with content block deltas, which is much nicer.
Yeah.
Because then you can just write the delta each time. Like, I don't really understand why this is coming out as... Like, this stream doesn't have any deltas or anything. It just has an output number, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
All right, I'm going to try this again. Well, hey, I got an error again, which is interesting.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah.
Unless it is
I set it down to 2 minutes, but Definitely
that was
wasn't
quick.
bad. Yeah.
Let's see what the logs say. That's its response.
Really?
I see the info for using knowledge-based retrieval, response stream received, writing chunk to response stream, and then response stream ended.
Okay.
So let's take off the guardrail.
Yeah, take the guardrail off and let's see what it does. Maybe the question I'm asking is too.
That's in the handler, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's inside the knowledge base bit. Yeah, just comment that out.
Weird. We granted access to the knowledge base, so it can't be like.
Yeah, and you would get an error on that. Actually, by the way, I looked at that. Here, I should show you.
Oh yeah, let's see that policy while we're.
I just happened to have that open a second ago. Let's go from here. So this is the one that you wrote.
Yeah.
That's all I wrote. So this one would have covered it. But retrieve and generate on knowledge base.
Oh, okay.
Nothing really exciting about it.
It's interesting that it did retrieve and generate. Well, I wonder if that's the problem. Well, I know mine should cover it, but like that's kind of weird because it should be retrieve and generate stream command or stream or something like that because it is different. I've ran into that.
So what do you have in your CDK? Do you granted stream and generate stream?
In what?
In the CDK. What was it that you granted?
Star.
No, I meant down in your retrieve and generate. When knowledge base retrieve and generate.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a retrieve and generate stream.
I don't know if it's different. Is it actually a different permission?
It was on when I was using the invoke the models, like you had to specifically do invoke with stream. But maybe it's different for this. I don't know. Yeah. It's ready to be smacked around again.
Alrighty.
This time, no guardrail.
Oops. I went to present a file.
StreamYard, if you're watching this, I should be able to have multiple windows shared. Yep. Not
agreed.
No, it's still
same problem. All right. So what's a better query?
Yeah, sure. On privacy or something like that.
Very interesting. And so I'm curious. I'm going to take this exact thing here, except that I apparently can't highlight. Stop sharing that. Go to my other screen. It's probably like an upgrade feature. You can probably pay more and have that ability. All right. So I'm going to go to our knowledge base. Bedrock. Select a model. Oh, it says the data source has not been synced.
Oh.
Let's just see what that does.
That might actually be it.
Yep.
Because we ran into that last time, remember?
Yeah. And it didn't
That's
work.
not really freaking helpful. There's got to be like, is there a way to sync it?
Look to see if there's something on the construct that does it for you, because sometimes there is. You see anything?
Well, I'll see if it's maybe on the node. Nope. I don't know. Maybe it's in the config. I don't know.
It would be on the data source.
Oh, you think it's on the data source?
Yeah, because that's the part that's not synced. It might even be a parameter where you can tell it to.
Oh, you like stopped me from.
Oh, sorry.
Looking.
No, there's nothing on that.
No, yeah, there's no known data source. Is there anything on the input itself? Is this another one of those you're going to have to go in and click? They really got to start doing this.
Right?
Like, it really is getting annoying.
Right. Response generation.
Did it even sync?
Yeah, it did. I'm running it in there. Okay, so it worked now here, and let me try running it in Postman now. So we'll share that again.
I'm really annoyed by that.
Yeah, me too. So a little more context. This is there are a few things like this where, especially in Bedrock, where you can't deploy something. You have to go in and click opposite to make something work, which is really frustrating.
SES
yeah, the SES one is one too. But like even access to models, you can't just get access to models via some deploy thing. You can't even do it via a CLI. You have to go into the console to do it. Here we go.
Oh yeah. It does not stream in, I guess, but it does.
That's all right. That's kind of a nuanced niceness, but all right, go ahead and turn that guardrail back on. We've got a few more minutes. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, let's see if that'll.
See if we can get that to do something. And
all right, redeploying. But that's pretty cool. Like in all reality, how many companies are trying to deal with this right now? We took a massive amount of documents. We wrote a few lines of repeatable code that we can write, like run in any environment. Loaded up a knowledge base.
Had to click a sync button, which was a pain in the butt.
The sync button is annoying, but are able to now do queries in a stream command format. And like if we had more time, I could set up a UI that could show the streaming. But you just have to believe me that was streamed in. That's why it said 200 and it was waiting.
Yeah, and so for those of you who don't really kind of understand the difference there, like if you go look at like ChatGPT or any of those things, you see like it's as it's doing stuff, it's showing stuff on the screen. That's the streaming, right? We can reproduce that with this model, which we've done before. Just Postman isn't really obviously a great tool for that, but
I would want to go. So if I was doing this for real, I would not be satisfied with this chunk response stream and the text citation. Like I'd have to dig a little deeper and be like, what's the actual way that I get like the deltas so that because I think I saw in the response I gave it was like repeating stuff, and so it might not be just the delta. I'd want to confirm that I'm only writing the delta to the stream, but I mean this is pretty freaking cool code. Like because I was really worried from last episode. I was like, well, if I can't use this, if I can't use a knowledge base without using an agent, that's going to be a problem. But this gives me that same thing and that same ability. And if you don't mind,
Look at what I just did here. I
Yeah.
added as it relates to Jason. This is sorry, we're not accepting your prompt. Please try again.
Nice.
That was from my.
Because you can't do Jason.
Yeah, I put Jason in there because nobody needs to be talking about me.
Fun with that.
Exactly, you definitely could. So
could you do one more?
Oops, exit that.
Just add use knowledge base.
In here.
Yep. And then set it to false.
Oh, false in quotes. Is that right? Capital B on knowledge base.
Yep. So this should. Oh, we probably had an error. Damn it.
That's all right.
So this one was what I was trying to see is like, can I just go pull? What does it kind of give me? Yeah, there was an invoke error.
The difference between the knowledge base and the LLM in general. So there's actually, I think there's some config in there where you can tell.
Oh, max tokens required for that one. It's because I didn't use converse. I should have done. I should have used the different runtime. It's fine. Like
that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set this to true again. One thing I wanted to show here. So sorry, we're not accepting your prompt. Please try again. That comes from the screen that's going to take me a second to get to. Sorry, we're not accepting your prompt. Please try again. And you can have a different message for the response versus the input. I think, where was that at? I don't even know where I put that because like it doesn't show up anywhere anymore. Where I put my name in here.
Oh, I don't know.
I put it someplace, like I typed it in when I was doing it. Tonight topics, it's not there. Here, custom words and phrases. Here we go. So you can add different words here. It's like, if it word or phrase, if it hits it, it'll. And you also can do, instead of that, let's do detect no action. So save and exit. Let's see what that does. What I'm curious about when I do that is like, what does that even mean? Like I said, detect it, but don't actually stop it. So let's see what this even does. Still didn't work. I wonder if it takes a minute for that to update.
Might. I'm really not sure.
Yeah, neither am I. It's not like it tells you anything. To be fair, right? Like a lot of this stuff is a little raw and rough, but like this is also pretty new and fresh too. So cut them a little bit of slack on some of this stuff, but it can be pretty frustrating to be using something and like, why is it not working the way I want it to work?
Mm-hmm.
Still no good. Let me, you know what? No. The response one, it says a response was not allowed. Apparently I didn't save. No, that was out, but I did. I did save it. Save. Detect no action.
I was just rewriting this real quick.
It's not working. That's all right. Well, I think we got some cool stuff done tonight.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool.
the key takeaway for us is creating knowledge base is not really particularly difficult in AWS. They make it pretty easy for you. A little bit of rough edges around the sync. There may be, I'd be willing to bet that there's at least some CLI commands for it. So you could probably do something to, cause you're going to want to be able to sync on a regular basis, right? Not just like, just when you deploy.
It's probably at the other library.
Yeah, it probably is. And so, getting the data synced in it, I mean, creating knowledge base is easy. Being able to use it without an agent is nice because while the agents, I think, have some cool elements to them, we also want to be able to do things without it. So, I think it's pretty simple enough to use.
Yeah, like it.
And then the guardrails, I think I want to investigate them a little bit more at some point, but I mean, at simplest form, I saw it work, right? I told it, don't accept JSON, and it stopped it.
Yep. No, it worked great. I mean, it's actually like pretty nifty.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight's episode. We will see you in a couple of weeks, and maybe we'll talk about AI, and maybe we won't. You'll just have to wait.